The excitement of Arizona high school lacrosse is addictive. The Arizona Lacrosse League invites you to watch, support, and play lacrosse. It's one of the fastest growing sports, and the action and excitement will keep you coming back. To join a team in your area or to find out about a game in your area, go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com. Well, the Mt.Pointe Pride, led by senior goalie Cody Baker, trying to play spoiler here today as Chaparral has to win to get into the 2014 playoffs. And we welcome you into Firebird Stadium. We're on the campus of Chaparral High School in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona. It's our Encore Gamecast here on APN Sports, presented by the Arizona Lacrosse League as the Mt.Pointe Pride 8-4 by way of record, taking on Chaparral 6-7. The Firebirds come in here a must-win situation, going up against a really tough team. The Pride, Larry Noble in his first year back as head coach, his team has won 8 of 12. They're coming off a 12-loss season, I should say, 2-12 a year ago. And they're fresh off a 16-13 win over Horizon. There is Larry Noble, the head coach, has been here for a long time, stepped down for a few years to develop the lower level teams, but came back this year, and his presence was immediately felt. They are led by some outstanding players, including 34 Stefan Tesh, a young man who leads a team in ground balls this year with 80. And many of you know Mitch Fraboni, the senior, a very physical player, was on that Mt.Pointe State Championship team, Norris Vaughn's team, and he is definitely one of the all-staters for the Pride. For the Firebirds, well, in goal is Wyatt Hill, a sophomore, of course, All-American Larson. As you get a look at Charles Felix, is going to have to score some points here tonight if the Firebirds are going to win, but they moved Larson to attack as it is senior night here at the stadium. And so Wyatt Hill has had to step up in goal. And we'll be back with a play-by-play in just a moment. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Reserve your next sporting event today with APM Video Sports. Call 623-936-5585 or go to our website at apmvideo.com. Our athlete recruitment films have paved the way to over $35 million in scholarship offers. Today's game is being brought to you by the Arizona Lacrosse League and our Encore Gamecast. Go to ArizonaLacrosseLeague.com for more. Back here at Chaparral High School, the Pride and the Firebirds, Wyatt Hill, the sophomore, and the senior Cody Baker in goal for the Pride. Of course, you can see the Pride in the all-dark uniforms with the gold trim, and here's the opening face-off. The two teams battle, and this game is underway, and the ball thrown away, so Chaparral will, in fact, win, I guess, the opening possession of the contest, led by Jack Bartlett, number 40, one of the seniors and the long stick defender. And throws it cross field over to Carson Davis, and Chaparral trying to gain their first possession in the opposite end of this game, and Charles Felix, their leading scorer here in 2014, number 25, and look for Carter Smith, 24 on the offense, along with Avery Brown, number 4, and then Alex Larson, who started the season as goalie, as he has been his entire career, a two-time All-American. He wears number 31, top left part of your screen, and look for him to give this team some valuable offense today. So we're just underway. First quarter, no score. Larson will take the first shot of the game, and it was swiped out of there by the goalkeeper and Cody Baker, who is in his first year. In fact, the first 6 games of this season, Cody Baker was actually the Fogo for the Mt.Pointe Pride, but then came into that South Point game, a game in which Mt.Pointe lost. He came into the second half and pitched a shutout as the Pride will take over on possession here and get it across the midway stripe. Scoreless tie. Nice job of scooping that one up. Cooper Fordyce, number 51, who leads the team in goals with 39 and overall points with 51 coming in. Chaparral, if they don't win tonight, and this is perhaps the biggest game of the season, they will not make the playoffs, nor will they have a winning season. They have never finished below the 500 mark. In fact, they've never had a 500 season. They've always been well over 500. As the build-up here by number 40, that's Christian Yunceto. He takes a stab at the goal, and that one corralled nicely by the sophomore Hill. Quick outlet. And a good sign of a goalie, a good goalie, and I'll tell you, John Yoder doing a nice job getting that ball over to Justin Gray. Gray with 12 points coming in for the Chaparral Firebirds. He'll rush off the field, and now settling into the 6-on-6 offense is the Chaparral Firebirds here in quarter number one. Chaparral nothing, Mt.Pointe nothing, just a couple of minutes into this contest. Here's the dodge, and now they'll work it around the horn. Aaron Hill, 44, back to Brown, and back up top it goes to Cade Bluen. Bluen, a freshman. Austin Gray has high hopes that this young man is going to be able to take the reins as a premier scorer for this team in years to come. Now Larson working on the far side against Davis Metner. He gets around the defender, and the shot taken looked like it was knocked down by Cody Baker, and the score remains 0-0. First quarter action. 4 minutes into the contest. And an excellent clear by number 40, Christian Yunceto, who is fifth on the team in scoring. He has 29 points. And now they give it to Fraboni. Third on the team in scoring this year for the Pride. But first, tied with Brendan Rice, an assist with 18. Very unselfish player, brings a football mentality. He also has 40 ground balls. That's number 44 with the ball, and gives it up over to Yunceto as they work it right of the crease area on that right wing. And now out front to Christian Yunceto. There's 30 ground balls to go along with 29 points. Good defense there as Charles Felix with the poke check. Chaparral's defense has been pretty solid this year. The problem with the Firebirds many times is that they have not been able to create enough early points. So it's important for them to get on the board a couple of times in the first. Here's a turnover, and the takeaway belongs to Carson Davis up across midfield. Davis, good vision. Looking for an outlet, can't find anyone. And now having trouble holding on to it, finally gives it up to Charles Felix. Felix, a junior, is going to have a big game here today. I think if the Firebirds are going to hang with this Mt.Pointe team who come in here, and sometimes when you say play spoiler, as Brown behind the net has it broken away, and that's going to be a slash against Mt.Pointe. I believe it's going against Andy Wirtz. So Andy will sit down, or well, check that. Davis Metner is assessed the foul. So a man-up situation here for the Chaparral Firebirds. Charles had a shot opportunity there, did not take it, gave up the pass. And a good hustle play by the goalie of the Pride, Cody Baker, as he gets back there, and possession Mt.Pointe in a scoreless game here. 6 minutes into the contest. That pass will go all the way down to Hill, the opposite goalie in this game. One goalie to another, and corralled there by Felix at midfield. No score here in the first. 6 minutes left to go. Felix, and that pass is thrown away. Threw that one behind John Yoder, who was guarded or marked up nicely over there, but well, for whatever reason. And now you've got Mt.Pointe And a stop and play. I think that was just a simple push. I didn't see the officials call at Mt.Pointe with Fraboni, who will clear it nicely. He's got good speed. He's going right down the middle, pulls the trigger, and it's saved by Wyatt Hill, the Chaparral goalie. That keeps the score 0-0 as Mt.Pointe takes their second shot on the possession and back-to-back saves for a young man who saves nearly 60% of the shots on goal. And a good job by Chaparral getting it into the attack box on the other end. Dangerous pass to the other side, but Larson was able to corral it out on the far wing. No score. Both teams have had a couple of opportunities against the opposing goalie. A couple of shots for both teams, but no one's been able to break through here in a scoreless tie. First quarter action. Felix out front. The defense applied by Austin Cronin, who brings some physicality to the defensive end of this Mt.Pointe Pride, led by head coach Larry Noble. Remember, we talked at the top of the broadcast that Mt.Pointe has turned around this program in 1 year, going from 2-12 a season ago and currently 8-4. They have one more game after tonight, but they've pretty much clinched the playoff spot, most likely. And they would have to lose the last two and probably have to, some of the other teams will have to have some help. Another save there by Cody Baker. If they win tonight, and assuming they defeat Desert Mountain, as Larson gets the takeaway from Andy Wirtz, and it'll be Chaparral possession. Mt.Pointe looks to fall around that 7th position in the playoffs. Felix looking for an opening, but Pride have played good, solid defense early on, and now Carter Smith. Carter takes a shot, and he left it high. No score, first quarter action. Carter Smith, a junior, attackman. Now Brown up top. Felix, or check that. Walker taking a shot that time. Walker left that one high and wide to the right. Still no score. So Larson in possession, picked up defensively by Andrew Wirtz. Work it out to Walker. And now Carter over to Brown, who was racing towards the pass, and an excellent ground ball, Michael Whiteside. And now the Pride want to build up here. No score, first quarter action. As we're coming up to the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 1. 37, Michael Landon. Fraboni, quick pass inside, and the turnaround shot. Cooper Fordyce tried to bounce feed that one into the back of the cage, and they've got a little too much greenery on that one. So still a 1-1 or a 0-0 tie here in the first quarter. Mt.Pointe trying to improve to 9-4 and could finish the regular season with a win here tonight. 10-4 if they beat Desert Mountain in their next game coming up on Saturday. Loose ball picked up. Take away Justin Gray. But then he has it broken up. Neil Connell with the clear for the Firebirds. And we're going to get a timeout by Austin Gray, the head coach of the Firebirds. He is assisted by Connor and Kyle Klein, while Larry Noble on the other side, assisted by son Ryan Noble and Ben Shook, both who played on the varsity football team over at Mt.Pointe, Jeff Wood and Stephen McCarty. And actually Ben Shook, his son, is the JV head coach, and I think helps out on the varsity too. Coming off a 16-13 win over Horizon, a game in which Fordyce scored 3. Fraboni had 4 points. Balderrama had 5, and Rice had 8 points in that game in that 16-13 win over Horizon. If you're wondering, the 4 teams that Mt.Pointe has lost to, it's Desert Vista, Brophy, 1 and 2 teams, Sabino, the 3rd team, and Corona, virtual top 5, top 7 team in their own right. As Mt.Pointe will now walk it up. Inside of 2 minutes left to go for Boney. Straight down the middle. Looking for a buildup. Over to Balderrama, and the big overhand shot is good. Well, the Pride take the shot from Balderrama, the assist from Boney, and they draw first blood and lead it 1-0. 1:26 left to play here in the opening quarter. Boney's 19th assist, that is tops on the team. Balderrama has 28 goals. That is now 2nd on the team. Rice has 27, which is 3rd, and their top goal scorer is Cooper Fordyce. So a face-off win here for the Pride. As we are winding down quarter number 1. Good, strong Firebird defense. And almost a steal up along the near side. The restart belongs to Slade. Slade working it into the offensive box, and that one literally thrown away. Austin Cronin. Quickly to the near wing, Brendan Rice, or the alley as it's called here in lacrosse. Rice, who had 8 points in their last game, and that 16-13 victory over Horizon. It was a game that I think the final score is a little misleading. Mt.Pointe controlled most of that game. For Chaparral, the winningest program in state history in terms of the amount of times they've been to the finals, which is 12. They have won the state championship 7 times, a state record, and they have been to the semifinals 13 times. I think only once they did not make the semifinals, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these old records are in dispute. And that is going to conclude quarter number 1. Yonseto's shot saved by Wyatt Hill of the Firebirds, and after 1, it's visiting Mt.Pointe 1, the home team, the Firebirds, nothing. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Well, the second quarter brought to you by AG Perfection, a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League and our Encore Gamecast. Well, the Pride of Mt.Pointe, led by head coach Larry Noble, leading it 1-0 here on APN Video Sports. Our website is apnvideo.com. So our third face-off belongs to Chaparral, who has won 2 of the first 3, is Jack Bivens, one of the true senior leaders on this team. Now Walker will get it into the attack box, looking to attack from left of the crease. Now goes around X. And now Chaparral settling in 6-on-6 to the attack box. Moving right, Justin Gray. That long stick, even though he's carrying that long stick, he has produced 12 points coming in. And what a takeaway by the Pride's Michael Whiteside. But then it was nearly stolen out front, and Larson, who had a point-blank range shot, he couldn't scoop it up, and most likely would have scored in that situation, barring a great save by Cody Baker, who was really sensational in that first quarter. And the same could be said about Wyatt Hill on the other end for the Firebirds. Pride trying to control the possession here in their offensive half with Cooper Fordyce. Working around to Fraboni 44. They'll work it up top. 1-0 Mt.Pointe, quarter number 2 here on APN Video Sports. Our Arizona Lacrosse League Encore Gamecast. Presented by our athlete recruitment films. For more, go to apnvideo.com or give us a call. You can get our phone number off our website. Balderrama, who is tested for the only score of the game, and he turns it over as Walker intercepts for the Firebirds, getting it back quickly to Wyatt Hill. And we're going to get a timeout, an injury timeout, as Brendan Rice, who had a monster game against Horizon a couple of days ago, 20 ground balls, 45 points this year for Rice, trying to shake off that, looked like it might have been a knee or an ankle injury, so the Firebirds will get it into the defensive end of the Pride, led by Carter Smith, and he'll bounce one up there, and another save as Cody Baker continues to pitch a shutout here. As the Pride come into Chaparral trying to knock off the Firebirds and prevent them for the first time in school history from making the playoffs. And it would be the first time that Chaparral failed to play 500 lacrosse. That's 50% winning percentage. From Boney, big right hand. He finds the back of the cage with a blistering shot. And that's the second goal of the day for the Mt.Pointe Pride. And they lead it 2-0 with 9.5 left to play here in the first half. Our fourth face-off coming up here. Jack Blivens, and he got outdueled that time, so Mt.Pointe with the face-off win. So a 2-0 lead for the Pride. For Boney scoring on a big right hand, his 44th goal of the year, or I should say point of the year, his 26th goal. This Pride, they've got four big guns on that offense. That pass inside near the crease, and it was broken up by Wyatt Hill on a heads-up play. Fordyce with 40 goals, or 39 goals coming in. You got Forboni with 26, and both Rice and Balderrama 27 and 28 respectively. So they've got four big guns, and Christian Yonceto also has scored 12 to go along with his 17 assists for the Pride, number 40. So they got five pretty big threats on offense, and you get the feeling that this Pride team can play with just about any team in the state of Arizona, if those guys are on mark on any given night. Larson in possession. Chaparral in desperate need of a goal here. Carter Smith, and he lost that. I don't know if that was a fake pass or what the deal was. I think that's Ramirez who picked it up. Racing into the offensive end. He wants to take the shot, and he does. He goes all the way after picking up the loose ground ball. He raced into the Chaparral defensive end, and with 7:53 left to play here in quarter number 2, it is the Pride 3 and the Firebirds nothing. Face-offs are at 2 apiece going into this one. Bivens gets the win for Chaparral. So they have a 3-2 advantage in face-offs, but the only thing that really matters at this point is what that scoreboard says, and it's Mt.Pointe 3, Chaparral nothing, as Alex tried to take a shot with the big left hand that time. Came up empty-handed. And another one at close range, and Walker was a little wide there. Walker has 4 goals this year for the Firebirds. Now Avery Brown, 22 points on the strength of 16 goals, number 4. Quickly out front, 17 is Cade Bluen, the freshman, who has 16 goals, 11 goals, 5 assists, 16 points. Larson. Yeah, I'll tell you what, they doubled him up pretty well that time, and he couldn't get a shot off. He takes a shot there as the ball came out loose, and now gets something behind that one. It was no good, but on the rebound, it was put back in there, and that was big 44, big Aaron Hill. His 7th point of the season, his 7th goal, and it's 3-1. Well, the Firebirds needed a score, and they got it. Pride with a good face-off win there. led by Stefan Tesh, who leads the team in ground balls. And speaking of ground balls, Balderrama corrals a big one there, and timeout Mountain Point here in quarter number 2. 6:28 left to play here. Mountain Point lead of 2 over the Chaparral Firebirds, 7-time state champions. You hear Mr. Gray down there in the crowd, yipping and yelling. One of the great lacrosse fans in the state of Arizona. Fordyce. And good, strong defense, Jack Bartlett. Got out there on an island against Brendan Rice, one of their prolific scorers this year, and he shut him down. That was an outstanding job by number 40. Senior defenseman, keeping the game at a 2-point advantage for the Mountain Point Pride. And now Chaparral, can they corral this one? That's a tough ball, John Yoder. Did they get a timeout in there? Nope. It is going to be Pride possession here as we approach the 5.5-minute mark here in quarter number 2. Good job by Davis and Yoder collaborating on that defensive play there. And again, with a good poke check, and they got the stick in there, broke that one up nicely, but it's coming back. Got a push by the Chaparral Firebirds. And so Mountain Point with a 3-1 lead, led by as many as 3 when they went up 3-0. They have had scores from Balderrama, Framboni, and Ramirez, with an assist by Framboni, and that came back in the first quarter. Chaparral, their only score, coming at the 6:44 mark here in quarter number 2 as Hill comes up with a very difficult save that time. A tremendous play by the sophomore, number 56. And now Chaparral having a tough time getting it out of their own half. And Austin Gray will call Chaparral's second timeout of the quarter. So at the 6:44 mark, Aaron Hill, got the only goal for Chaparral, and that's our score right now here in quarter number 2. It's 3-1. As we are inside of 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Jeff Lowry alongside you and on the call of the game. This is APN Video Sports, Arizona's leader in amateur sports coverage. Carter Smith may have taken his eye off the ball, but with that great speed, scoops it up nicely, and now we'll give it up to Felix out front. Felix shaking and baking, looks to dodge, pulls back. Pretty good defense applied there by the Mountain Point Pride. Number 42 is Elijah Rallison. He's played each and every game for the Pride. Here's a shot. That might have hit the post. And coming up with it is Allison again. Elijah Rallison. So not only does he get the rebound, picks up that loose ball, the unsettled ball, and then races into the offensive half. He walks off the field, and now they'll bring Framboni back in, who has scored one. He is assisted on another goal. Mountain Point 3, Chaparral 1, quarter number 2, as we're approaching the 4-minute mark here in the first half. Left to go here in the first half. Xavier Balderrama. Good close-up look there as Neil Connell picks him up on the defensive side with the long stick. Looking good on defense so far. Xavier, a very dangerous offensive player, gives it up. Good swim move by Yonsetto, and he has found the promised land. Boy, what a move that time. That comes at the 3:05 mark here in quarter number 2, and the Pride lead by 3 again, tying their largest lead of 3 at 4-1. Like Lucas Kaiser on that. Oh, outstanding save, Cody Baker. Boy, the senior is just playing a tremendous game here today. Nice clear by Michael Whiteside. And what a pass to Davis Metner. Timeout Pride. So both these coaches utilizing their timeouts to perfection here in the first half. Felt that Davis Metner might have been in a little trouble. They called the timeout, reset the possession here. as we are coming up to the 2-minute mark here in quarter number 2 with the Mountain Point Pride leading 4-1. Led 1-0 after 1 quarter of play when Balderrama got a pass from Fraboni. Led it 2-0 on a Fraboni goal at the 9:30 mark in the second. Went up 3-0. Ramirez, one of the great plays, as this shot is saved. Yanceto trying to get his second goal. He scored at the 3:05 mark to put him up 4-1. And, of course, I said earlier, Hill. We're going to get a push here, and it's going to be Chaparral possession. The only score, Aaron Hill for the Firebirds, coming at that 6:44 mark. But our score right now, Mountain Point 4, Chaparral 1, quarter number 2. We're inside of 2 minutes left to play. Here's Brown going to work. Quickly racing into the middle of the field, and now we'll set it up. Try to do maybe a two-man game here with Larson. He has it stripped away, gets his own ground ball, and now behind the crease, promptly throws it away, an unforced turnover for the Firebirds. Got a little antsy that time. Happens to the best. I don't think Chaparral can afford. In fact, I think Chaparral needs another goal going into the locker room. Cannot afford to get down anymore. This ball races all the way into the other attack box. And it will be Chaparral offsides against Mountain Point. So Chaparral in possession. This is their time. Here's Larson on the build-up. And now elects not to go for the shot. He'll give it up to Brown, swimming through the defense. Oh, it hit the upright. Or the right post, I should say. I guess the upright would be more of a football term. And corralled there by Cody Baker, who's had a monster first half here for the Mountain Point Pride in goal of Larry Nobles visiting Mountain Point Pride in the all-dark uniforms. Chaparral must win this game or they do not make the 2014 playoffs. Who's got this unsettled ball? And Fraboni's going to be called for a push. A non-technical foul. Now they're going to get some speed and scoring ability. Bluen, 17, the freshman. 25, Charles Felix, the junior, in there. Chaparral settling in. Less than a minute left to play here in the first half. Blue. Larson. And an excellent job again, Cody Baker. He's been a tough nut to crack in this game. In goal for the Pride, a multitude of saves. Started the season as the face-off get-off for the Pride. Brown took a shot as he took a shot at the goalkeeper, Cody Baker, and that is the end of the first half. It's all Pride, 4-1. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Welcome back to Firebird Stadium on senior night. Glad you could join us. Jeff Lowry, APN Video Sports. And we're getting set to start quarter number 3 here. A 4-1 lead for the team in all dark and in the Mountain Point Pride. 8-4 coming in, fresh off a 16-13 win. And it looks like they're going to control the face-off to start the second half. And we are underway. And good defense. Nice job there as Avery Brown and Tristan Slade. Excellent defense on the takeaway, but then for whatever reason, Aaron Hill, who wasn't even close to being in on that play, came in. Unnecessary roughness, and he is going to be hit for a penalty. So a man-up situation to start the second half, and not good for Chaparral considering they trail it by 3 as we start quarter number 3 here in this game. And now Fraboni will take the first shot of the second half, and he rattles the back of the cage, and it's now 5-1, his second goal of the contest. on an assist from Ramirez, his first of the game. And just 33 seconds into the second half, Mt.Pointe now leads it by 4. Had the opening face-off win, but then lost it. Chaparral. Well, a right idea by John Yoder. Tristan Slade. The only score for Chaparral in that first half was Aaron Hill. 6:44 mark in the second. A jump shot that time. Tristan Slade backed up nicely by Larson. So the 4-goal lead for Mt.Pointe marks the largest of the game. And boy, did Carter Smith take a stick to the head that time, and the officials must have had a little glue in that back pocket where they keep their yellow hanky. Smith wanted a slash penalty. Now Larson going to work, spins on his defender, and now we'll give it up. Avery Brown out of X, and his shot is good. Flag down on the play. Not sure why they waved off the foul. Looked like the officials were going to go at it there for a second. Well, it wasn't a crease violation. They've waved off the flag, or the penalty, and they're giving it to the Pride. I'm not sure what happened in that situation. And I don't think any of us up here in the press box is 100% sure. The only thing that is sure is that the officials gave the possession back to Mt.Pointe, and they lead it 5-1. Third quarter action. Nice look inside, and it's Flag Day here at Firebird Stadium. And again, the officials giving no indication, no early indication yet. Well, it's a slash against Tristan Slade. So here's the Firebirds just minutes into the second half, and they have been man down twice now. All right, so the Pride on the restart with a chance to really open it up. Chaparral in desperate need to bust up this man down situation, and the first shot taken by Mt.Pointe, no good. And Nathan Stivrins, who 67, came up and challenged that shot by Christian Yonceto. So a 4-point lead here. And Yonceto, who is supposed to be the recipient of that pass, had it broken up by Connell. And now we're going to get a push, and it'll be Chaparral's possession here in the third quarter. 4.5 minutes into the contest, and Chap just threw it away. Unforced error, and that's the third time in this game we've seen Chaparral just throw it away without any defensive pressure. And now Xavier takes a shot. It hits somebody out front, picked up there by Christian. And the Pride will settle back in. Still in a man-up situation for Boney. And excellent stick work there by John Yoder. At least pushed it out of the offensive end for Mt.Pointe. And there's no stop and play, and the Pride has thrown that one away. And we'll get the restart with Wyatt Hill, looks like, the goalie of the Chaparral Firebirds. We trail it by 4 here in quarter number 3. 4 minutes into the contest. This is Charlie Felix. 27 points on the strength of 19 goals this year. He's had a dozen ground balls. Brown, who looked to have scored last time he touched the ball down on this end. Nice ball movement there. That was a good look for Aaron Hill, looking for his 8th goal of the season. And as usual, backed up by Larson in attack. Now Brown. Good look pass out front, and Carter Smith. It was saved again by the senior Cody Baker. This is the 6th game as goalie for Baker. Was Fogo last year, played Fogo for the Pride last year in his junior season. Is Bluin trying to create. Felix, he'll take a right-handed shot, but left it wide left. Backed up by Brown. Tried to get it out, a little centering pass. And Aaron Hill couldn't quite corral it. And now Baker, the Pride goalie, corrals it and gets the quick clear. Excellent job, Fordyce. Racing into the attack box. And now we'll set up the offense. Cody Baker may be the star of this game. Of course, Fraboni has a couple of goals and 1 assist. I'll tell you what, this game's been won by the Pride's defense. They have shut down the Chaparral Firebirds here today, and they lead it by a score of 5-1. And looking for more as Connell will get the assignment on Xavier Balderrama as he will dodge right of the crease. And I don't know if they got a stick on that or not. Good defense, Justin Gray from behind. Stick on stick, and that ball went flying straight up into the air almost, or flying out of bounds. And now Chaparral in possession as Wyatt Hill, the sophomore goalie, will walk it up. Long pass. Who wants it? The unsettled ball picked up by the freshman, Cade Bluin. Carter Smith. Shot off the pipe. Tristan Slade had a golden opportunity to get his team back in it. And now here comes the Pride. Fraboni, an excellent look, left of the cage. The shot is taken. He couldn't get it. He couldn't buy it, Brendan Rice. And now the Pride get a second opportunity. This is Christian Yonceto back to Fraboni. Oh, what a chance there by Brendan Rice. Shaking and baking to the left of the crease, and for whatever reason, Wyatt Hill disrupted the shot enough, and it was no good. Keeps the score at 5-1 in favor of the Mt.Pointe Pride. Chaparral in desperate need of a goal right now. They had one taken away on a very impressive move on a pass from Larson to Avery Brown, and didn't notice a crease violation, though he was awfully close. But Larson taking a shot, and Baker, that ball may have rolled up into his shirt to some degree and up and under the shirt, and he is going to be credited with yet another save. He's got a dozen of them here tonight. Fraboni straight down the middle on the other end, and Wyatt Hill equal to the task, and he has another save, and he's in double figures in saves tonight. 4:45 left on the clock here, third quarter action. Pride coming in 8 wins, 4 losses after a 2-win season a year ago. First year back for longtime head coach Larry Noble. And for Chaparral, it's win and you're in. If they lose, it'll be an early tee time on Saturday morning. Long stick taking the shot. Neil Connell. Both teams coming in have outscored their opponents. Chaparral's outscored their opponents 133-117 as Brown, and another save by Cody Baker of the Pride. 133-117 the differential for the Chaparral Firebirds, while the Pride have outscored their opponents 157-122. Tristan Slate will recover for the Chaparral Firebirds. Third quarter action. Brown over to Larson. See if Alex can get it going here. Larson now being double teamed, and the pass. And Felix is turned away as Cody Baker has a baker's dozen of saves here tonight. Wow. He has been sensational, as well as the entire Mt.Pointe defense. You saw the physical play against Alex Larson. Good cross check that paid off, even though the pass was right to Felix. And Felix got a good, clean, hard shot off that time, but Cody Baker was not to be denied in goal, and he comes up with another save. And the Pride lead it by a score of 5-1. We're inside of 3 minutes left to go. Here's the dodge. Working left, and was that one stripped away? No. But excellent job. Good stick skills there by Cronin. Over to Bluen. Bluen spins, wanted to go with the left, found a double team, had to give it up. Tristan Slade, he lost it. Now an unsettled ball. Who wants this one? Kicked out of... That's a good play by Cade Bluen. He kicked it so that he had some space and time away from the closest defender. That was a heads-up play by the freshman. Now Larson. And his one-handed pass, and he threw that one away. Now on the restart, Avery Brown comes in and breaks it up. Larson trying to get the ground ball. And it will be Chaparral possession. I'll tell you what, I think Chaparral's got to at least cut this thing to a 5-2 deficit right here and right now before the end of this third quarter. And Brown wasn't even close there. Larson, just to keep that in play, had to kind of turn back into a goalie. You saw him use his old body, almost like an infielder in baseball fielding a bad hop ground ball. And so Larson keeps the possession, and now Brown. We've seen Chaparral with good ball movement, and we've seen some good passes, even though they got 3 or 4 unforced turnovers, as Felix takes a big right hand and left it wide. But they have not been able to finish well in this game. And you'd like to see this Firebird team come out in the fourth and be aggressively attack the net. I think they're going to have to. Even though they've had their shot, they've taken a lot of shots, and a couple at point-blank range. Fraboni, oh, that would have been a dangerous ball if he comes up with that one. Full set of steam behind him. He could have raced all the way to the crease. And Chaparral right now, lucky 21 didn't get called for a slash or an unnecessary roughness to boot. Andrew Fenton, who's going to come out of the game, and it'll be possession Pride. Final stages of quarter number 3. And I'll tell you, Wyatt Hill just saved the day after that Fraboni pass. That would have been a wide open shot for Xavier. Pride. Yancento. Chaparral trying to control it. Connell up to midfield. And timeout Mt.Pointe. Aaron Ramirez with a big ground ball there. No, check that there. That's Chaparral. I thought, and I kind of anticipated, I thought maybe Larry Noble was going to call a timeout, but Ramirez really never had a handle on it. Carter Smith taking a wild shot there, and it didn't even get close to the crease. It was broken up. And this is the job we talk about from the defense. Austin Cronin and company, 77, Andrew Wirtz. And at the end of 3, it's the Pride 5, the Firebirds 1. Back on APN and our Encore Gamecast in a moment. Auto Glass Perfection is locally owned and operated and a proud sponsor of the Arizona Lacrosse League. For over 15 years, Auto Glass Perfection's passion is glass. Their focus is on your satisfaction and safety. Call 602-953-7876, or you can go to their website for more at agperfection.com. Back at Firebird Stadium, Jeff Lowry here as we start quarter number 4. They battle for the first possession of the fourth quarter, and it's Mt.Pointe. Well, face-offs have been pretty even. They were even going into that. Pride with the possession, and they lead it by 4. That marks the largest lead of the game. They led 3-0 at one point. Valderrama in possession here for the Pride in the all dark. And he'll give it up to Christian and now work it around to the left side. That was Valderrama's goal back in the first quarter that came at the 126 mark on a Fraboni assist that broke the ice at 1-0. Here's a shot, save Hill. Tremendous play. That had a little mustard behind it, as Valderrama is able to save it on a great diving play going out of bounds on the far side. Timeout. Got a whistle here and an equipment adjustment. And we'll look at Mitch Fraboni helping out his opposing counterpart and Charles Felix. So we restarted here. A minute into the fourth quarter. Mt.Pointe 5, Chaparral 1 for Boney. Mt.Pointe led 4-1 at the intermission, halftime. Led 5-1 after they scored on a man-up goal just 33 seconds in. Ramirez to Fraboni. Chaparral getting the clear and able to retain possession, even though there was 2 knockaways on that one. Carter Smith will restart it here for Chaparral in the fourth. I think they're going to make them restart back behind the cage, and they will. Carter Smith, older brother, played at Brophy and won a couple of state championships the last 2 seasons. Spencer Smith. Larson. A talented family, the Smiths. We've seen that all too often here tonight by the Firebirds, and here's Framboni. Framboni probably be all-state by season's end. He'll be an all-star, and he is looking to score. Oh, instead he passed, and that one is out of play, but this should be Shap's ball, and it is. So the restart, here's Connor. A reminder that we'll have the semifinals, the finals here on our Encore Gamecast coming up in May, and then following the championship a week later. I believe it's the Saturday following the Friday night state championship game. We will have coverage of the 2014 Arizona Lacrosse League All-Star Game. You don't want to miss that. And a reminder that if you're interested in a DVD of any of the games that we've shot this year, please give us a call. If you want multiple discs, there is a discount. Otherwise, DVDs are $25. That includes shipping and handling. Go to apmvideo.com and give us a call. Good hustle there by John Yoder. 8:48 left to go here in quarter number 4 as the Pride in possession and a 4-point lead. Christian Yunsetto. And right now, Larry Noble has told his team to settle into a slow-down offense and work some of that clock, and that quite literally shortened the game. And not a bad strategy right now. Here's Mitch, and his pass hits the dirt. We're going to get a technical foul against Chaparral. So they are a man short. Man up. So another man-up situation, and Fraboni takes the shot from out front. It'll still be Mt.Pointe possession here in the fourth quarter. About 8 minutes left to go. 9 up to Mitch Fraboni. He'll take another shot, and another save by Wyatt Hill. Well, don't let the 5 points, I mean, that's giving up 5 points through 3+ quarters is a pretty good job. And I'll tell you, Wyatt Hill has been really magnificent here tonight. Boney, a high pass, could be a turnover. You see his quickness. He got up towards midfield in a big-time hurry. This is still going to be Chaparral's possession. Aaron Hill looking to check back in here for Chaparral.
Let's get it together.
He's, for whatever reason, they were going to give the ball to Mt.Pointe. I think the official just had a lapse of there for just a moment, so he gives it back to the Pride. He was getting ready to give it to Chaparral. So for Boney up top, he's dodging, and his shot is no good, and another flag is down. And now an unnecessary roughness against the Chaparral Firebirds. That penalty going to Walker. So once again, man up situation on an unnecessary penalty, and so man up Mt.Pointe. Fraboni gets the shot, and this time it goes through. That is a hat trick tonight for Mitch Fraboni. That comes at the 7:15 mark. He has 3 goals to go along with 1 assist. And boy, you hate to say this, but with the way Chaparral has not been able to put any points up on the board, except for the Hill goal back in the second, that 5-point lead may very well be enough to win this game for the Pride. So Chaparral, if they have any intentions of staying in this, getting back into this game, needing some instant offense. And I mean 2 or 3 goals here in the next couple of minutes. They are down 6-1. They're in danger of their first sub-500 season and in danger of not making the playoffs for the first time in school history. Get a look at Stefan Tesh, Chaparral, Felix up top, give it up to Larson. Now Larson's playing out front now. He's been on the wings for the most part, takes a big left hand, and that one must have hit a pipe. It caromed all the way out towards the center of the field. Travis Saunders is now in there, number 13. Some fresh legs for the Firebirds. As he tries to create, he gets a nice-looking shot there. Nice slide there by 34, Stefan Tesh. And it's Mt.Pointe possession. Now, Pride have benefited from several man-up goals here. And here in the fourth quarter, halfway through, they lead it 6-1. Now, for those of you on the chance that you're watching this on DVD, we will have the complete halftime coverage on DVD only, and that'll be available after the game. It'll be available on Chapter 2 on your DVD, just in case you were wondering. Jan Santo had it broken up from behind by Larson. And now Larson picks up the unsettled ball. They need a clear. Quickly get it up ahead. Nice job. John Yoder. Carter Smith. Oh, at point-blank range. He is turned away again by Cody Baker. Unbelievable. Larson with an outstanding job of getting that unsettled ball back in their defensive half. Raced up the midfield, quickly got it to John Yoder as Mt.Pointe calls a timeout. And then Carter Smith flashing the crease area, got a perfect pass. He was lined up for the shot And Baker somehow came up with it in goal for the Pride. And now with 4:40 left to go, things not looking too good for Austin Gray's team. This will be the first time we've ever seen a Chaparral team out of the playoffs. Mitchell Fraboni, one of the stars with 3 goals and assists. Yoder on the defense. Fraboni is also an outstanding passer. Rice with the ground ball. Brendan Rice, work it out top. That's Yonceto. The dodge. Pretty good defense there. Scooped up there by Gray. It all started with the strong defense of Neil Connell. And now Chaparral has the numbers. Here's the buildup. Here's Gray's shot. And once again, stopped by Cody Baker. Out of bounds, it'll be possession Firebirds. As we are getting down to the final 3 minutes left to go here in regulation. The Pride owning their largest lead of the night of 5 points. Leading at 6-1 here against the Chaparral Firebirds, who made it to the semifinals last year. They were in the state championship the year before. Their last championship was 2011. There's PJ's team, who also won it in 2009. Carter Smith tried to scoop that one over to Jack Blivens. Saunders. And Carter dropped it. Saunders still in there, lost sight of the ball. Saunders, a senior, one of the midfielders and one of the seniors honored at halftime. And look at Mt.Pointe. Fraboni's had a sensational night. Look in the pass, give it up to Xavier. They had 2 passes. Fordyce couldn't get it to go. It was off the pipe. Well, that was some beautiful passing right there. Well executed. Pride couldn't quite finish the job. And a high pass that Balderrama could not corral. And I believe Hill ended up picking that up for Chaparral. He did. The goalie will send it up to midfield. Now Saunders on the buildup. Check that. Connell. Oh, and Smith was wide open left of the crease. And the play was broken up. I didn't quite catch the number. I don't know if that was 11, Metner, that broke that one up. But I'll tell you, this Mt.Pointe defense, they've been very impressive here tonight. Good legal push there with a Whiteside coming up with a ground ball. Or a legal check, I should say. I don't think there's a legal push. Balderrama swimming through the defense. I'll tell you right now, Mt.Pointe might be content just waiting for the perfect moment to take this shot. I don't want to give up anything here and allow Chaparral to get back in. There is a flag down on the play. Let's get the call. Got another unnecessary roughness. And this going against Chaparral. Well, irregardless of the penalties and the unforced errors here tonight, I think the true story has been, the timely offense, obviously, for Boney's 3 goals, the assist on offense, but the defense has really set the tone. And what about Cody Baker? He's given up 1 goal. Unofficially, 18 saves here tonight. Just a tremendous job by the senior and the defense, starting with the midfielders for this Mt.Pointe Pride team, and they lead at 6-1 as we are approaching the 1-minute mark here in regulation. Our next broadcast, still undetermined. We're looking at the semifinals and the finals, but most likely we will have a quarterfinal game, and you'll just have to go to apnvideo.com. As soon as we know, we'll put it up on our website. Disregard the flag. And but we will probably have a quarterfinal game a week from this Saturday. So that first Saturday in May. And we should have a total of minimum four playoff games. Chaparral maybe trying to get a point here before they close out regulation. Walker just got molested out in front of the crease. Pride will have it. Michael Whiteside with the long clear. Sending it all the way down. And so with the loss, Chaparral will drop to 6-8. Their season is over. The Pride, with the victory of 6-1, goes to 9 wins, 4 losses. They have Desert Mountain in 2 nights over at Mt.Pointe High School, and most likely will be a 6, 7, maybe an 8 seed in the playoffs in a couple of weeks. This has been a presentation of APM Video Sports and the Arizona Lacrosse League. Jeff Lowry saying good night from Scottsdale.